Max is bad for F1 and the numbers don't lie. Welcome to DadBodSportz.
Look at it go.
Do I really think Max is bad for F1? No. But some numbers have come out from F1 recently that are kind of alarming. And that does have to do with Max. So we're going to dive into those numbers a little bit, what led up to all this, what the aftermath is going to be. There's some great information put up by Autosport and Motorsport here in this graphic in this general area about social media numbers in F1. Now, social media numbers aren't indicative of how well a sport is doing, but they do directly reflect viewership, and that is a big concern to F1. Which all these numbers say to me is that F1 is going to be making some changes, because we got to bump them numbers up. Now, mind you, all of these numbers come from January to May, but a drop in that short amount of time is alarming to me at least. So here we go. I'm going to add 2021 in here based on what I have on autosport.com. So in the mention section, on social media, there were 3.19 million, so 3,190,000 F1 mentions. In 2022, that jumps up to 6.4 million. Which, huge jump. And we'll get into why I think that jump actually happened here soon. And then this year, we're at 1.83 million. That is a drop of 70%. Dropping 70% for anything with a company is terrifying. New follower number in 2021 is 624,000. Last year in 2022 is almost 1 million, 911,000 new followers. And this year, it's even lower than 2021. We're below 500,000, so 489,000 followers. That is a full drop of math over here, 46.7%. Almost a 50% drop in new users, meaning new income coming in. And the scariest one is social reach. Social reach in 2021, meaning impressions, how far F1 content is reaching out to a large groups amount of people. 2021. 35.6 billion, and we're going to call it impressions. In 2022, we got up to 61.7 billion impressions. 61.7 billion. I'm going to do it again. Zoom in. Billion. And then this year, 22.16 billion impressions in the same amount of time. That is a 64% drop in social media outreach for Formula One. We're the company that has rapid expansion and then rapid deceleration in that expansion. A lot of times those financial moves are made based on the original expansion, and they don't really take into consideration drop-offs like this. So there's a direct correlation with this massive boost in numbers and then a massive drop in numbers. And we'll start with the massive boost in numbers. So the initial boost in numbers we see actually comes with Drive to Survive. Season 1 obviously was great, came out in 2019. Season 2 of Drive to Survive dropped February 28th, 2020. So shortly a month later, lockdowns across the globe happen because of COVID. Everybody's locked in, nobody can go anywhere. Formula One actually has a great show on Netflix, so people start binging it. We obviously have the delay finishing out the season. Fast forward 2021 season, everybody's hyped up on Drive to Survive. Red Bull is finally cracking the armor of Mercedes. So we have a history of dominance that everybody's been told about, and we have a bunch of new fans coming in, seeing a shift in power in Formula One. So we have a perfect storm of growth. Also, it's the final season of regulations. In the next season, we're going to have completely new cars. So it was a perfect storm of boredom, title finally changing hands, new cars coming in, and an incredible title fight. The end of that 2021 season, regardless of all the issues with Michael Massey or whatever you have, was awesome. It was exactly what Formula One needed. And honestly, Michael Massey, he should get a cut of that pay, because that move, whatever it was that he called at the end of that race, is a good reason why they had such a massive jump in viewership and social media impressions. Max wins the title on the last lap of the last race of the season. That's like throwing a Hail Mary in the Super Bowl with 2 seconds left in overtime to win the game. But that changing in title is why other sports like football or IndyCar have actually seen a sustained growth in viewership, because there's more variable to what happens. Fast forward to 2022, Max is a new champion. We have new cars coming in, and Ferrari looks like they're going to be taking the fight to Red Bull. So we have another contender for the championship coming into the season. So by the end of the 2022 season, it was fairly clear that Max was going to win the title, which is okay. We had an exciting season for the most part, and Red Bull wasn't that far ahead. Red Bull had cemented themselves as the top team heading into 2023, which brings us to now, the massive drop in engagement. It was clear coming into the season how dominant Red Bull was going to be, but I don't think anybody expected it to be a Mercedes level of dominance until they actually hit the track. And nobody cares if there's not a title fight. We're always going to have diehards. I watch every single race. I love it. I think the battle for second and the battle for fourth right now are electric. You literally remove Max and we have one of the best title fights in F1 history, but we're not going to get it. And diehard fans want things to stay as close to normal as possible. But Formula One and the FIA got a little taste of that money and they won it back. So I expect F1 to make some drastic changes moving forward to bring the pack closer together. They're going to do whatever they can to bring in excitement. The recent announcement that they have declined 3 of the teams' entry into Formula One, but there's still one that's up for bid, and that's Andretti. I think they're going to be bringing Andretti in to bring in that audience again. Oh my gosh, something's changing. Something's new. From a business perspective, smart. I think Andretti and Cadillac is the perfect thing for Formula One. Global racing powerhouse name with one of the largest car manufacturers in the world who also has deep racing pedigree with GM and Cadillac. Gotta boost them numbers up. And the viewership issue isn't a thing across all sports. IndyCar actually rose to have an average viewership of 1.32 million per race. And that's live viewership. That is unheard of over the previous years. It's clear it's all due to Drive to Survive, the excitement that came from that Formula One season. People are looking for other sports to get that excitement. IndyCar delivers that. Every race matters in IndyCar. 2 years ago, we had 4 people in the title fight till there were 8 laps left in the race. Alex Palou has dominated the last few years, but it hasn't been by that crazy of a margin. The title for him wasn't locked up till like the second to last race of each season. Even then, things are dicey. So expect Formula One to find ways to tighten down the spread of cars, whether that be regulations. Hopefully we don't go to BOP. I don't like the idea of balance of powers. But I just have a YouTube channel, so what do I know? And in this era of social media engagement, there's one thing that you have to do. That's Drive to Survive. I can't tell you how much I hate myself for that. I wrote it in my script, and I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did it anyway. Why? For you. Thank you everybody so much for checking out DadBodSportz. Again, I am Andrew. Make sure to leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell for more videos. But really, the like button is what helps me most. Or to the dislike button. Engagement in general. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!